Hi traders, welcome back to my channel. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at a very effective strategy that you can trade all assets, okay? Be it cryptocurrency, be it currency pairs, be it boom and crash, okay? Or volatility indices, name it, you can name it, okay? So, but today we are going to be focusing on using it on synthetic indices, that's boom and crash and volatility indices. This strategy is so easy to comprehend and is very effective. It's 99% effective, okay? It's 99% accurate, and you are going to make massive profits using this strategy. So today we're going to be seeing how you can catch spike using this strategy, and also how you can scalp with it, okay? And also how you can trade your volatility indices. So we're using just two indicators. As you can see over here, we have our indicators already set up. So I'm going to analyze the condition that needs to be met for you to take a trade, and then I'm going to give you the indicator setting. So right here we have on our indicator, so we have the RSI on our indicator window, and we have the ALG indicator. Okay, so right now, what are the conditions that need to be met for you to take a trade using this strategy? Now, mere looking at it, you should already know what you have to do, what you have to look out for before taking a trade. Now, remember that before getting an entry, you have to put the higher time frame into consideration. Do not forget, that's the first thing you have to do always whenever you get to your chart and you want to start your analysis. Okay, so always put the higher time frame trend into consideration, and you have to look for entries that are in line with the higher time frame. So if on the higher time frame we have a bullish trend, we should come down to the lower time frame, like the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes, and the 1 minute time frame, and look out for an opportunity to buy on boom and crash. This is boom 500. Okay, so having identified your trend, whether it's bullish or bearish, now the next thing you have to do is to consider looking out for situation where the conditions have been met. Okay, now if we want to catch spike using this strategy, what we do is make sure this is the RSI. Okay, this is our RSI. The lines here we have, okay, the black lines over there, those are our RSI. Okay, and the other multicolor, the green, the red, and the blue that we have there is the ALG indicators. So for you to get an entry for a buy, what you have to do is to ensure that the green line, okay, the green line of the ALG indicator is touching level 10. Okay, ensure it's touching level 10, and then the green line is called the lip of the ALG indicator. So ensure the lip is touching level 10. Okay, then thereafter you look out for a cross, an intersection between the red and the blue line. Okay, so you have an intersection like the one we have over here. Can you see that? There should be a cross. The blue and the red should cross each other, and when they have intercepted, you should see that they are already facing up. Okay, they are already facing up, curving up. Can you see that? Okay, not when it intercepts and is facing down like we have here. Like we have here, when you look here, they intercepted there, but the indicator is facing what? Downwards. No, that is not a condition for you to buy. That is a condition for you to sell. Okay, so for you to buy, you have to ensure that the interception occurred, and then the indicators are already facing up. Then you can now open up a trade and what? Take an entry. Okay, now before all this happen, or for all this to happen, the first spike right here must have occurred. So you have to ensure that you allow a first spike to occur. Okay, so for these conditions to be met, the lip of the ALG indicator touching the level 10, and also the blue and the red line intercepting, the first spike should have what? Occurred. So whenever you want to catch spike, you have to wait for the first spike, the initial spike, to occur. Then you can enter right here, and then you catch every other spikes right there. Can you see that? So ensure that you have to allow the first spike to occur. Why do you need to allow the first spike to occur? Because sometimes when you are here, right here at level 10, you see that the leap, okay, is not spectacular to the ALG indicator alone. To any indicator you are using, even if it's the simple moving average or anyone you are using. Okay, any indicator that touches level 10, do not say, oh, it's already in level 10, then you rush and you open up a trade. You might end up waiting, and these little candles will keep trending and trending and trending before the first spike will occur. By then you have already incurred loss. Okay, so that's the difference between waiting for a spike and scalping these little candlesticks. If it's these little candlesticks you want to occur, you want to scalp, and the green line has already touched the level 90, you can get right into it. Okay, you can get right into it, and it's going to start coming up. There's not going to be a long wait for a spike. Okay, so it just starts and you run into profit immediately. But in terms of spike, in terms of waiting to catch spike, when the indicator has reached level 10, you have to wait for the first spike to occur. That tells you that there is going to be what? A reversal. Okay, so ensure you take note of that point. Always allow the first spike to occur before getting into a position. So when these conditions are met, the lip of the ALG indicator touches level 10, then the blue and the red line crosses each other and starts facing up, then you can open up a trade. Now note that the blue and the red line cross occurs between level 10 and level 15, occurs either on level 15 or between level 10 and level 15. I mean, this second line right here is level 15 and the one below is level 10. So the cross between the red and the blue line occurs at level 15 or between level 10 and level 15. So ensure you take note of that. So when that happens, all you have to do is get into a position and catch more spikes. Okay, now let's check out other conditions that were met. Okay, so over here we have another condition that was met. Right here you can see the indicator, the lip of the ALG indicator at level 10 and the interception right over here. The first spike occurs, then you get into position and you catch many more massive spikes. Can you see that? Let me magnify the indicator window so you can see the interception. Okay, can you see that? So can you see it clearly now? So you can see the lip of the ALG indicator right there, and then you can see the interception occurring in between level 10 and level 90, and the indicators facing up. Then you enter and catch many more spikes. Guys, this indicator is very accurate. You are going to enjoy it. Okay, okay, so if you scroll through, back test it, you see different times. Every time that spike occurred, you will see that these conditions I just explained to you often what happen. Can you see that right there? And when you look at your chart, you can see spikes over there. So this strategy is very effective for catching spikes and also for scalping. Now if you want to scalp the little candlesticks right here, what do? It will be what the opposite of the explanation I just gave for catching spikes. Now let's take a look at that. Okay, so right here we have the condition being met if we want to sell in boom. Okay, so when you look over here, you can see that the lip of the ALG reached level 90, and you can notice an interception between the red and the blue line right there. And what happened next was what? A crash down. Okay, it was a bearish trend down, and when you enter, you are going to make massive profits using this strategy. So this strategy works for boom and crash very accurately. Okay, now let's look at how to use the strategy trading volatility indices. So let's go to volatility 75 or any of the volatility of your choice. Okay, so here we are on volatility indices. Okay, can you see that is also the same thing, just like in boom and crash? Okay, so all you have to do is look out for when the conditions were met. Now let's take example. Okay, so right here we have an example of a sell opportunity, okay, where the conditions were met right here. Can you see that the lip of the ALG indicator touched level 90, and then we had an interception between the blue and the red line right at level 85. Okay, so if it's a sell condition, it should occur at level 85 or in between level 90 and level 85. Can you see that? So what happened when those conditions were met was what? A crash down. Can you see that? So if you enter this trade right here, you are going to make massive profit, guys. This is volatility indices, and you know it's very volatile, and you make massive profit. So let's look at another condition you have to apply while trading volatility indices is unlike the boom and crash. Okay, if you are trading the volatility indices, you need to apply a little of your price action knowledge right here, just the simple candlestick patterns. Okay, now when this condition has been met right here, you have to check firstly if it occurred at a resistance zone. Okay, if it occurred at a resistance zone, you don't just rush into taking a trade. So you see that if you check and it occurred at a resistance zone, the next thing to do is to check right here at that point, okay, and see if there is presence of a reversal candlestick. And what are the reversal candlesticks? You can talk about, this is a resistance zone, so you should be looking out for the hanging man. Okay, right there, you should be looking out for spinning tops, you should be looking out for the evening star, and you should also be looking out for the doji. Okay, so let's zoom in. I'm going to zoom in closely to check which candlestick pattern occurred at that point. Okay, so right there we can see the presence of what? A doji. Can you see that? The presence of a doji. Now, if you combine these three candlesticks right here, that is the bullish candlestick, the doji, and then this bearish candlestick right here, three of them together combined is called the evening star. Okay, so we saw the evening star, and the evening star signals reversal, it signals trend reversal, and that's what is going to give you more confidence towards to enter this trade and make massive profit, guys. So always remember to look out for the presence of a reversal candlestick. Now let's look at another condition to see if there's any presence of a reversal candlestick when when the indicator conditions were met. Okay, so right here we have another condition being met here. Can you see that? Another condition being met right here. Okay, and look at the support zone. What kind of reversal candlestick can you see there? Right there we have the inside bar. Okay, we have the inside bar, and that signals reversal. Okay, and what happened next after all these conditions were met was what? A reversal to the upside. It was initially bearish, and then it reversed and it trend to the upside. Can you see that? So this is very, very accurate indicator that you need to use and make your broker. You have to make your broker. Don't allow your broker to milk you. Don't allow your broker to milk you every time. You have to milk your broker. So you can see the condition was also met right here. Okay, can you see that? And what happened next is a trend downward. So go and enjoy this indicator, back test it, and see if it is accurate as I have explained. Now right now I'm going to show you the setting of this indicator, the ALG indicator and the RSI that we are using. So let's head over to our indicator settings and check out the settings.
Struggling to understand candlesticks, entering too early or always too late. If you're a beginner or intermediate trader, this book is your breakthrough. The book that finally explains candlesticks in a simple, practical, and profitable way. This book is originally written by me and is packed with value. Learn the exact patterns pros use, how to spot reversals, avoid fake outs, and enter trades with confidence. The book comes with a free video guide to help you understand everything visually. If you want to stop guessing and start trading with clarity, you need this book. Get your copy now before the launch discount ends. Click on the Telegram link in the description of this video to get the book.
So here we are on the indicator window. So we don't have any indicator on the main chart. We don't have any indicator, but you can add your simple moving average if you want to, okay, to guide you if it has crossed over to the other side. Okay, so but let's focus on what we have right here. We have on the indicator window, we have the RSI right here. Let's check out the setting. So on the RSI, we have period 14. So these are the parameters. We have period 14 applied to close, and then we have the levels right here. So if you want to add your level, just click on this pencil icon right here, and it will take you to this window. Then you can customize your level. So add the levels: level 10, 90, 15, and 85, and then you click on save. Okay, so ensure that the style is often set to your background color. If you're using a black background, change the style color to black. I'm using white, that's why I changed mine to be white, because we don't need it to be showing. We only need the levels to be present. Then click on save. Okay, so let's check out the other indicator, which is the ALG, the alligator indicator. Okay, so click on it, and these are the parameters. Take a screenshot. So we have the jaws period. Okay, we have the jaws period as 10, we have the jaws shift as 8, and we have the teeth period as 8 and the teeth shift as 5. Then we have the lips period as what? 5, and we have the lips shift as 3. Then we have the method as smoothed and applied to what? Typical price. Okay, then here you have your colors. Okay, the joy colors, just leave it at the default colors. Okay, leave it as just the way, leave the colors just the way it is. Okay, so you can differentiate them. You can also customize it if you want to, but I prefer to leave mine just with the default setting. Then you click on save. So these are the settings of the indicator. So this is crash. Okay, this is crash. You can see how accurate this indicator is, guys. Can you see that? Look at this position where we had the crash. Can you see that? What happened here? Can you see the crash down? And you see also that at the indicator window, the alligator and all the conditions explained were met. Okay, now look at the time at which it switched from bearish to bullish. What happened next? The lip of the alligator indicator was at level 10. There was an interception also right here, and then what happened was what? A trend to the upside, guys. So this is a very accurate indicator. You are going to make massive profit using this strategy. So if you find value from this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when we post many more great strategies. Thank you for watching. Bye.